and welcome to a new video. Today I have something very exciting. I got the new Kindle Colorsoft. It's not as new anymore, it's been a while, but it was on sale, $100 off, and I thought this is the time to try it. I've been wanting to try it since they announced it because I read so many comic books. I think this would be a really fun way to experience those. So I'm going to start this video with an unboxing. Then I'm going to try it out for a little while and kind of just give you my first impressions and first thoughts. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews in general, but all of the criticisms I've seen thus far are things that don't matter to me. So like I saw someone say, you can't turn it, I think it's like the inversion where you've got the black screen. I hate that, so I don't want that anyway. And then that's kind of the main things I've seen. And I haven't seen anyone who reads like comic books or graphic novels review it. So that's going to be my idea. So unboxing it, let's look at it. It is so much bigger than I even realized, so that's exciting. It says, welcome to a new world of color. Comes with a charging cord. It is actually a USB-C now, which is nice because now my phone and my Kindle are the same charger. AirPods still aren't the same, but apparently I just need to get new AirPods just to make a match. My gosh. So I think actually the only downside for me with this one is it only comes in black. I've gotten really used to having my cute purple one. Okay, look how cool this screen looks. I'm so excited. First impressions, it feels nice. Oh, I will put my pop socket on. Should I get a case? I'm probably not going to get a case. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm probably going to put the pop socket right here. Let me get the pop socket. I'll show you. I bought this at Anime Arizona a few months ago, and I haven't known what to use it on, so I'm probably going to use it on this. Should I get a clear case and put it on here? I don't want to. I've never really put cases on my Kindle, so I'm probably just going to put this on. But I will turn it on and start getting it set up and just kind of show you as I do that. I think the color grading so far looks nice. I am aware that the screen quality is not going to be anything comparable to an iPhone. Look at me and Anakin Skywalker. It's going to be different. So, but I think that'll kind of add to the experience of reading something like a comic book on a device like this. Okay, English. United States. And like really so far the brightness and everything is looking good. It's so much bigger than my other Kindle. I wish I had my other Kindle in here. Look at the blue. I'm just so excited. I think I already know what comic book I want to read. There's a Supergirl comic that I have rented on KU. And then I will also be reading an Elsie Silver book next on Kindle. I'm definitely going to need a pop socket. And I don't want to wait for a Kindle case, so I'm probably just going to throw it on the plastic because that's what I've always done. Coffee of the day. So it just takes a little while to boot up, which is normal, I'm sure. I've actually only ever had 2 Kindles before, so welcome to your new Kindle. You signed in and connected to Taylor's version using the Wi-Fi previously. That's our Wi-Fi name. So yes, that is me. It has the wrong time. Make this Kindle kid-friendly. No thank you, that is fine. I don't want to create a Goodreads account. I've never connected my Goodreads to a Kindle. And look at that. It's set up. I didn't even have to log in, it just knew. That's so cool. Okay, introducing the Kindle experience. This tour will help you feature quick settings. So it feels very similar to all previous Kindles. That all the settings look the same. It's a bigger screen, which is really nice. Brightness. Oh, you can change the warmth. Oh, look at it all the way warm. Okay. I like a little bit of warmth. I think I'm gonna set mine at 4 for now. There's auto brightness. So like this is it on the darker version, which I think usually you turn it darker when you're in a brighter setting and then you turn it a bit brighter when you're in a dark setting. I don't think I want mine on auto though. I'm gonna set my brightness to 16. Color style, standard versus vivid. So balance color for everyday reading or enhances color in less saturated images. That might be nice for comic books. Let me go open my comic book so I can compare. So this is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow that I am downloading. Ready to open. So this is it. It looks so freaking cool. I could cry. Are you kidding? To be able to read a comic book on my Kindle, I'm gonna sound so dramatic, but it like actually makes me want to cry because I read so many comics and I love it. Now, can I tap? Oh, you can even tap to make it bigger. I don't have to read comic books on my phone anymore. This is so freaking cool. So let me go back to the cover so I can try the vivid settings and see what difference that makes. Your main toolbar. Yeah, I know how to work a Kindle. Thank you, though. So let's see what vivid color looks like. Probably, I would imagine, uses battery faster. I think I'm gonna leave it on vivid. It's a very, very subtle difference. But I think for comic books, so many of them use color, like so much in the storytelling. I think I'm gonna leave it. Let's look at what a regular book looks like. My current read. I want to read an Elsie Silver, but I'm also currently reading a library book. The Wi-Fi hasn't quite loaded enough because I have 1 bar of Wi-Fi in my room to show all the book covers yet. But I'm currently reading A Study in Scarlet by Sherry Thomas. I started this yesterday. I did turn my other Kindle on airplane mode because I'm pretty sure the library one is going to be due soon. Okay, reading on your Kindle. To turn the page, swipe anywhere or tap the sides of the screen. So the same. I'm not on prologue, I'm on next. Customize your reading experience. I don't know what chapter I was on. 4, I think. Yes, I believe that's about where I was. Because the other one's on airplane mode, it didn't sync the chapter. So this is what a regular page looks like. I'm here for it. It's so big and so beautiful. The screen is crazy. So one of the main criticisms I saw was something about a yellow bar on the bottom. Mine, I don't see any yellow bar. And then I saw some people complaining kind of about the fuzziness, the clarity of the picture. Kindle's Paperwhites have never had a really high resolution for clarity. So I think, and I'll go get my other Kindle and I'll grab some like comparison shots. I'll do, clips of just kind of showing you the Kindle. I didn't show, I think this. I really wish it came in something other than black, but at least it'll match that way I don't have to, match colors with my little Sailor Moon. So I think it looks pretty good. Let me play with the font a little bit. So my other one, I have the font, I always have it set to 6. I just use the default font of Booker Lee. And then I don't have bold on my other one, so I turned that off. It originally had bold on. So that's what it looks like. Let me get to a regular page. I think it looks pretty good. I never mess with the, much more of the settings, but there's layout settings you can mess with. There's the fonts you can choose from. You can change all of that, the margins, the spacing. I don't really care about any of that. You can have it so it shows the clock while reading. Sometimes I really like to just completely lose what time it is and how long I've been reading, so I'm not going to turn that on. I do have highlights turned on and popular highlights. I do like seeing that page turn animation. I'm just going to turn that on so I can see what it is for a second. Word-wise, show easy hints above unfamiliar words. That's nice, like if you're, especially if you're reading a book and like not your first language. What is page turn? It didn't do anything. Oh, it's like a slide. I hate that. Okay, turning that off right now. I remember I used to have that on my original Kindle. I had not the first Paperwhite, but maybe the second or third generation Paperwhite was my first Kindle. The one without the key, the first one without the keyboard. And I had that for 10 years and it still works. I gave it to my friend. And then I've got the purple one. I'll show you the comparisons of those two. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna go get some reading done and I will show some side-by-side shots, show comparisons. I'm gonna read on it for a little while and then come back at the end and give you my final thoughts and we'll go from there. I'm so excited. I should probably charge it. It is only 50% charge. It came 50% charge, which is actually kind of more than I expected. So it did take, I will say, here's a criticism. It took 3 weeks to get here, which is crazy for Amazon. So, but I don't know why it took so long, but it's here now and I'm so excited. Hello, I thought I would close out my ideas on the Kindle Colorsoft. I have now read 2 books and a little bit of a comic book on here, and overall, I love it. I think it's a fantastic investment. I have loved my experience. I've read 2 books on here and it's still only at 40-something% after I've charged it fully the first day I got it. So battery life is great. I have been really liking the screen. I think in the last part I had said, oh, someone had said there is no dark mode, but that, I don't know if when it first came out that was true, but like look at the color in the screen. I think it looks great. But there is now dark mode on here. I was trying to get to a regular page. I will show you. You can change page color, and then you have dark mode. I still hate dark mode, so I will not be using that. But I have really liked it so far. I haven't been in a big mood for comic books lately, so I haven't really read much comic books, but I've, you know, kind of scrolled through to see what it would look like. Obviously the reaction time is a little bit slower than like if you were reading a comic on an iPad when you're flipping from panel to panel, but it still looks really good. And just something about like the way the Paperwhite screen looks compared to an iPad. I don't know what the technological words would be, but I like that it looks more like paper, you know, so it feels like more like I'm reading from an actual comic book and not, you know, a screen. So I have really enjoyed it. I definitely am glad that I purchased it. I am so excited to have it and just keep reading more and more books. I've been really enjoying it. I've been renting books from the library, and it's from Kindle Unlimited. These are a couple of the books on my current TBR, not Agatar. I was just testing it when I downloaded it for the first time. But I am very excited to keep reading. I think that it was a great thing to pick up, and I just am so excited, and hopefully when I am more in the mood for comic books, it'll be really fun to pick them up on here. I did read a little bit, tiny bit of the Supergirl comic, and it does look really pretty. I just wasn't in the mood to read it. I've been reading a lot of contemporary romances lately, so I really am excited, and I'm glad that I got it. I love my little Sailor Moon cat. But yeah, that is my thoughts on the Kindle Colorsoft. I honestly don't have any cons. It's a little bit bigger than some of the older Kindles, so like if you wanted something smaller, I guess that could be a con. For me, I actually am liking the bigger screen, but if you wanted something that fit in your pocket a little bit better, or if you needed, I mean, it's not heavy, but I think it might be heavier than my other one, I'm not sure. But if it's heavier than the old Paperwhite, that could be a con if like you have a hard time holding something that's heavier, but it's still, I mean, I think lighter than my phone. I'm guessing so. I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that. I don't have a scale, but I overall really like it. So I'm gonna go keep reading, I guess. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!